Ever feel unmotivated to read books? We can try everything to put that knowledge in our heads. Perhaps, like this little boy, you wish knowledge could be scooped straight into your brain. I promise the next 4 minutes will be life-changing for you, and it'll be shocking how easily you can find the motivation to read if you use the incredible reading habits I reveal. But first, I want to zoom in on a friend of mine. She's down there, laying on a park, minding her own business, skipping through the pages as fast as she likes, but sadly she is cursed. Whenever she settles down to read, something disturbs her.
Will you be quiet?
Sorry, yes, of course.
I'm trying to read. And the birds.
Oh, sorry. Even when she was settled in the bath with a book, something or someone would disturb her.
How are you? Nice to see you. What shampoo?
Boris.
But this is what really drove her insane.
How the hell do I find the focus to read?
The simple advice I gave her is what now unfolds in this video.
So we've got the book, but what's going to make us actually want to do the reading? Where are we going to find that intensity? Okay, so not just to read it, but to read it fast. So firstly, think about creating good reading habits and making it easy to read. This goes back to access and having books everywhere around us, so it's easy just to pick them up, carry them with us and have them in our bags around our home, in various rooms, on various tables, stacked up on the floor, so we can just take one and read it when we want. There's nothing easier in terms of access than being in the actual library and having the desire and energy to actually go at them. This also leans on some of the habit strategies that I've talked about in different videos. You can have a look at them here, such as stacking habits together, linking reading with other activities, tracking your habits. So regarding books, have an implementation intention. If you want to get serious about speed reading and getting through so many books, you've got to have a plan and intention. Look for social accountability. So perhaps have reading groups and making reading competitive. Competition is such a good motivation. You know, if you were playing chess as a hobby and your success counted and was linked to how much you read, this would be a huge motivational factor. So link reading then to successes in your life through work, through personal development and your education. So if you're writing an essay, if you're doing your doctorate, if you're wanting to publish an article, you can see where the reading is going towards and you'll have commitments and deadlines that you have to meet. Okay, so next we've got to think about external goals. What are the things around us, the environment, which can force us to do something? For me, the reading intensity that I find to go through 1,000 books a year basically comes down the need to perform, and this is what it's governed by. As a student, this was driven by essays and exams, to go through reading lists, to be in the library, wanting to get first in my degree. As an academic, it's now moved on to acquiring knowledge in a given area. So if you're writing a paper, you need to be reviewing literature in this area, and you might need to understand some of these different theories. Also for teaching, I need to be on top of my game. I need to be putting lectures together, reading lists, presenting theory, and all this is kind of governed and motivated by this external world, which forces me to read and be on top of the reading. But even outside of educational settings, your external drivers can be displays of knowledge, perhaps maybe, I don't know, being part of a quiz team and we need to display our knowledge and we're competitive with others and you need to know about a given topic. Maybe it's our football supporters and you want to know more about your team, the gossip, than other people actually do. Now focusing on internally and our motivations, this is therefore about our identity, our feelings, our moods and our desires. Do you see yourself as someone who consumes a large amount of books? Is this part of who you are or who you want to be? If not, you need to refocus your core beliefs and imagine yourself and your personhood in this way. Are you driven by a passionate pursuit of knowledge? Can you form an attachment to books? Do you love the idea of books? Are you bookish? What are they and what do they mean to you? There's a culture around books and you've got to embrace it. Do you think it's cool to read books and enjoy the aesthetics of reading? Find the spaces in which you find it pleasurable to read, in the park or the cafeteria or the library. Be happy to be seen reading and enjoy that, what it signals to people and what it means about you. If you're going to read a lot of books, you've also got to think about, do you have the energy to pursue this? The last thing you want to do when you're tired is to read books. So you've got to be on top of your game all around. This is so important because reading is harder when we're tired. Therefore, reading well and getting through many books, it's also about regulating other aspects of our life. What we eat, how we exercise, the breaks that we have, our love life. Are we happy? Are we taking care of ourselves? All these things are going to contribute to how successful you are with a particular goal. In this sense, how many books we get through in a year.